Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Wines from Us podcast. Today, we are joined by Shawn Simons, Regional Manager for Fetzer Vineyards and Vina Concha Toro Wine Company. Hey, Shawn, welcome.
Hey, thanks, Joel.
So, Shawn, April is Earth Month. What wines have you brought us that taste great and produce in such a way to protect our planet?
Well, I've got a few different wines here that all have, they're just great wines, great values, and all do something unique in their own way to help preserve the planet. They're all made sustainably, but a couple of them are particularly focused on that, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But, you know, when you think about Fetzer Vineyards, we have been at the forefront of sustainable growing and winemaking since before sustainable was cool. We've been doing this for a long time. And one of the things that I think is particularly special about Fetzer, and one of the reasons that I'm really proud to work here, is we are a certified B Corp. So we put not only people, but also the planet just as important as profits, as corporate profits. So I think that's really important in this day and age. We are also the first, and to my knowledge, only certified climate neutral winery in the world, particularly with Bonterra. We are certified sustainable, and we are also part of the CCOF, which is California Certified Organic Farmers. So we're doing a lot of things to really help promote sustainability. Everything from using renewable energy to minimizing our use of water and recycling everything that we can. So it's very much a part of our DNA at Fetzer to really promote this sustainability. But anyway, as far as the wines go, first one I want to pour for you is the Bonterra Chardonnay. So this is, I would say this is our flagship wine. It's one of our top selling wines in the country. It's 100% Chardonnay, really bright, crisp floral style of Chardonnay, a little bit of oak nuance, but yeah. So this is so we farm about 1,000 acres up in Mendocino County of California. And we farm them organically. They're certified organic, but we also partner with growers throughout California that are also certified organic. So we have grower partners down in Santa Barbara County, Monterey, Central Coast of California, and beyond. The idea is we produce as much of our own fruit as we can, and then we supplement with fruit from these other growers. The idea with this wine is to produce a Chardonnay that's varietally correct, refreshing, crisp, and clean. It's not heavily manipulated. So, you know, when I smell this wine, first thing that comes out to me is green apple. You know, nice green apple character, a little bit of butterscotch and toast from the barrel.
It's really nice that it brings out that fruitiness of the Chardonnay grape.
Yeah,
I really like that. It's not overwhelming oak. It's got a nice buttery finish, like you say, that butterscotch finish, but a beautiful, nice, fresh fruit, almost a little tropical on the front. It's really a nice Chardonnay.
I'm glad you like it. I think this is, to me, this is the perfect type of Chardonnay. It's a crowd pleaser. If I'm going to drink Chardonnay, I want Chardonnay where it tastes like the grape, not the inside of a barrel.
Mm-hmm. And also, it's got a little palate cleanser feature to it. So you could have it with a rich food, like a smoked salmon or that type of thing that is oily. And this will be a palate refresher also.
Yeah. One of my favorite pairings with this is grilled halibut. Works great. But, you know, so this wine is 70% barrel aged, 30% stainless steel, but within that 70% barrel aging, only 15% of the total blend is new oak barrels. So we're using older second and third year barrel. So the more you use an oak barrel, the less influence it imparts on the wine from a flavor and aromatics perspective. But what it does do is it still lends sort of a textural component and helps sort of soften the wine, soften the edges, and really give you this sort of nice, rich mouthfeel, which I think this wine has. But the stainless steel aging gives you that nice, bright, crisp, refreshing acidity, which you talked about as being that sort of palate cleanser.
I'm usually not a California Chardonnay fan, and this one is very nice on the palate. I like it a lot.
Glad you like it.
Mhm.
All right, next wine I have for you is the Bonterra Equinox Red. There you go. And this is one of the newer wines in the Bonterra lineup. So this is a blend of Petit Syrah and Merlot. Again, predominantly from the Mendocino County area, but we are bringing in some fruit from a couple other areas, particularly Lodi in Central Valley, but also from Sonoma County, a little bit from Monterey County as well. You know, one of the things I really love about this wine is how that sort of Petit Syrah jamminess really comes out. You know, when I smell this, I'm getting a lot of that dark fruit character, blackberry, black cherry, a little bit of dried herbs on the nose as well.
Yeah, Petit Syrah is one of my favorite grapes. And what I've noticed sipping on this, it takes that Petit Syrah at times could be harsh, and that Merlot is really mellowing that Petit Syrah, but giving you all the great flavors of the Petit Syrah.
Yeah, Petit Syrah really helps. To your point, Petit Syrah gives this wine its structure and its weight, whereas the Merlot gives it this sort of softness and silkiness on the texture. But really a beautiful wine. So, you know, I think this wine, I mean, gosh, it'd be great with really nice steak on the grill or a burger, you know, but also just great patio wine.
I was going to say, sitting out on the patio or on the couch watching a movie. With a cheese plate or some salamis or any kind of charcuterie, this would go great with.
Yeah, it really would. Again, really easy drinking, easy to pair wine, super fun. And I think something that's, again, going to please a crowd. You know, you want something that's going to appeal to a lot of people. I think this is a great wine that everybody's going to like.
Well, it's really a good one. So what do we got up next, Shawn?
So the next wine I have for you, Joel, is the Gran Reserva Sauvignon Blanc. This is a new wine for us here in the States, or I shouldn't say new, but it's kind of a reintroduction. We've produced this wine before under a different label, but we've got a new package, and it's kind of just a reintroduction because the wine's a little bit different style, a little bit fresher, more modern in style. So the Gran Reserva Sauvignon Blanc, this comes from Chile. In fact, it comes specifically from a single vineyard in Chile. It's called the Ucucu Vineyard, and it's located in the Lutuiche region of Chile. So kind of central Chile, not too far from the city of Santiago. It's an inland vineyard, but only about 25 miles from the coast, and it sits on a river. So you get a lot of this cooling influence that comes in from the river. And that's what's so critical with Sauvignon Blanc. You want that cooling effect. That's why Sauvignon Blancs from New Zealand and from the Loire Valley of France are so aromatic and have such an expressive character. It's that cool climate. So
very fruity, very.
Yeah, so, you know, you probably know this, Joel, there's a global shortage of Sauvignon Blanc right now, whether it's coming from New Zealand or whether it's coming from France or even California for a variety of reasons, many of which have to do with climate change. Sauvignon Blanc is in high demand and short supply. Good news is there's a lot of Sauvignon Blanc planted in Chile. In fact, it's the second most widely planted grape in Chile after Cabernet. It's actually more Sauvignon Blanc planted in Chile than Carmenere, which is their national grape. So, you know, that's a good thing, right? And I think this is just a great example of what Chilean Sauvignon Blanc can be when it's done right. They're using a lot of similar clones to those that are grown in New Zealand. So you get a lot of similar characteristics. So I stick my nose in this glass. I'm getting tons of grapefruit, lots of citrus notes, a little
But
bit
I
of
noticed
jalapeno.
it's not as grassy as a
Right.
New Zealand Sauv Blanc.
Well, and it's not as over the top either.
Yeah,
You know, sometimes those New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs, the acidity and the intensity, just, it's a lot. Whereas this one seems a little bit more balanced, a little bit more nuanced, but still has a lot of that great character. So
yeah, and that grapefruit and that a little bit of tropical fruit, almost like a Chardonnay. It's really, really got a nice acid and fruitiness.
yeah, it does. And it's balanced. You know, that's the other thing I think. Sometimes New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs aren't the most balanced wines. They can be super acidic.
Mhm.
Don't have the weight to support it. I feel like this wine has a lot of that balance. So really excited about it. Brand new. We're just rolling it out here in the United States. And it's going to be one of those wines that's you're not going to find at your regular grocery store. So good opportunity for.
It's really a nice Sauv Blanc. As you probably don't know, but me and Nancy's favorite summer wine is Sauv Blanc. Nothing better on the deck in a nice bucket than a nice bottle of Sauv Blanc.
I agree. I agree. It's a great bottle of wine. I'm going to be
stuff.
drinking a lot of that this summer, I think.
Mhm. And which people will see on the website, very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's up next?
So the next wine I have for you is a brand new wine, and I mean new in that it just hit the market. Never been in the States before. This is called Unrated Cabernet. And kind of a cool story with this wine. So this is made by a female winemaker. Her name is Isabel Matarakis. She's a Chilean woman. She has been on the winemaking team for one of the iconic wines of Chile. It's a wine called Don Melchor. And it has been the #1 wine on Wine Spectator's Top 100, I believe 2 times. And the last vintage, the 2018 vintage that we just sold out of, received a perfect score of 100 points from Wine Spectator. So kind of a big deal. So she's been one of the people on that team. She has also worked at Chateau Lafite in Bordeaux. So she's kind of a Cabernet specialist. So this wine is kind of her wine, her baby. She got to make exactly the wine that she wanted to make, kind of a kid in a candy store, was able to source grapes from all of our different vineyards around Chile and sort of create what she felt is the perfect example of a Chilean Cabernet Sauvignon. So it's 100% Cab, 100% Chilean, but from a variety of different growing regions around Chile.
Man, that is really smooth. Really nice, soft mouthfeel
Yeah.
with great acid towards the back. That's a
The
nice
thing I really like about it is how that fruit just sort of comes up big on the finish, right? It get this big sort of hit of plum and cherry. And again, I get a little bit of the sort of cocoa, dark chocolate on the finish. Really a great wine. Kind of a fun label too, kind of edgy, kind of different. But really, I think, you know, what this wine's all about is this is a wine that, you know, for a Cabernet drinker, this is a great value. If this wine was coming from California, it would probably be a $30 bottle of wine. But just, you know, given that it's Chilean, given that it's 100% Cabernet, and I just think it's a tremendous value for.
And good luck finding a California Cab that is this nice on the palate for $30.
Yeah, right.
This is a nice Cab.
Yeah, I really like that wine. And again, brand new, not going to find it out in the market. So kind of a cool opportunity again for your customers to try something new before everybody else finds out about it.
Well, Shawn, thanks for these great wines. I had some good taste. And folks, you can find all of these wines on the Wines From Us website. And remember, next month, this month is Earth Month. So take good care of each other and our planet. Have a great afternoon. Thanks, Shawn, and
Thanks,
come back
Joel.
again.